Welcome to the ATS Bar Trader indicator for NinjaTrader 8 auto trail bars for entry and stops. We're going to give you a quick look at our Bar Chart Trader semi-auto trade reversals, our blue diamond reversals that just mark the reversal bars on the chart as they occur. And we'll take a look at our key level markers. You can trade your watch list, your alerts, our chart markers, and we also have some other inflection point charts we're going to be showing you as well. The main purpose of the video is to show you how you can see a stock selling off or coming up into an inflection point, whether it be one of your charting system or ours, and you can say, okay, I want to short this when it gets here if it reverses, or this big sell-off, I know it's going to turn, and when it turns, I want to get in. Well, if you're trading a 1 minute chart, you probably got in right here in this little bit of extra movement up that wick indicates, although it didn't trigger on our specialized bar to indicate it was making a reversal, and you probably got stopped out and had to get in a second time, or got aggravated and didn't get in at all. With our Bar Chart Trader, you program the buttons the way you want them, and when they turn over, it'll put you in the trade automatically, whether it be up here or down here, and the same thing in the other direction. So you can set it up and you don't miss your trades because you're trailing along as it's selling off, that when it does reverse, you want to take that trade. We're going to show you how that works. Okay, to let you know, we are running this on a simulated data feed where I can control the direction of the bars with the trend bar here, so that we can move the bars around and show you how the trading works. First thing I want to do is show you the indicators. You can see this bar coming down. Now, these are set to a 25 setting, which means that each bar is worth about 12 to 13 cents. They run about halfway in the settings, and we'll explain further later in another video of how the bars actually work, but we want to show you the Bar Chart Trader in this video. Now I'm going to pause the trend just by putting it in the middle so it doesn't move, and I'm going to go in the indicators and just show you the basic setup of the Bar Chart Trader. You can set the time that it's allowed to trade. It has an auto trade button. This is our auto trade upgrade, but the other button works exactly like this one does, except for it doesn't have the auto trade feature. Every other still will enter trade automatically. It just cannot be turned on and left on unattended. It has your place to enter your stops, your trail bar. You can name these, and as you change the name, it changes up here and it changes on the chart when you apply. So you can name the button exactly what you want it so you understand what it is. I've got this set to the current bar and 6 ticks off, which in the case of a stock is 6 cents. If you're trading NQ or ES or any kind of futures, then you would use the tick size accordingly. Then we have a trail stop number 2. I've got this set to a 2-bar trail, 6 cents off tick, and I named it the 2-bar trail. Then we have our long trail for our entry. I have this set to where I know it's going to be the reversal bar, 3 bars back. I want to be 6 ticks above that, and I call this my long order 3-bar trail. And then you have a short bar trail I have set up the same way. Again, you can name any of these whatever you want to. You can change the colors of the buttons. And we have scale out options for you can enter your number in one contract, 100 shares, 200 shares, 20 shares, whatever you want to. And you can enable this or not enable this. If you're in auto trade mode, you would scale out part of your position and maintain the last part and let the trailing stop stop that out so that you could reset the auto trade. And then you can control how the auto trade mode, we have two different entry methods of which method you want to use. And that's all there is to the setup. Now, we're not going to get into a lot of details about the entries, basically what they are if you do a long trail. I know that a reversal candle generally will go back 2 bars and take out the low of this bar to make this next bar, the confirmation bar, open. For that to happen, so I know that's 3 bars back. We count the current bar as 1, 2, and 3, so I'm 3 bars back. 6 cents below the bar triggers the entry to go short, vice versa for long. And then my trailing stops will fall above that area, because if I'm trailing a stop and I've also got it set to reverse the position, you have to make sure your stop is above your entry. That can be taught. You can see how this was the live chart prior. We just went data right here. This was the live chart. What happened today, the stock gapped up here. This is 9:30 in the morning, almost 9:31. Pulled right back down within 3 minutes. Bounced off yesterday's close. This is an inflection point we just have marked on this chart. We have today's open, yesterday's close, yesterday's high, today's high, yesterday's low, today's low, and so forth. And then we have automatic trend lines with NinjaTrader plot the trend lines. This is my blue diamond reversal, just to show you. We're marking it for you so I can bring your attention to it. I usually do not even have this on my chart. It's not required to do the trading. So you can see this morning as this pulled back. If you were watching this very quickly, you can't watch 10 stocks. You watch a stock early in the morning, or 1 or 2. You say, okay, if this reverses here, I want in. You just go over and you hit long trail. And when you hit long trail, it automatically is going to put an order out on the chart. And when this reversed right here, it would have taken you long, and you could say I want to do a 2-bar trailing stop, and it would have started down here, and as this progressed up, it follows it. Now I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get this moving again. I'm going to send it back up. I'm going to let it continue down, excuse me, so we can do something quicker here. So we're moving along here, and I'm going to put in a short trail right in the middle of this bar. If I say a short trail, it's going to put me an order on the chart to take a short. Now you can see the long trail pop up there. I'm going to do a short trail, be short right here. It's going to take us into the short at that time when it gets to that value, to put that right on your chart. The reason it didn't instantly come up there a moment ago, remember I showed you the clock, and when I showed you the clock, it was set for after 3:45 not to take a trade, and it is after 3:45 when I'm making this video. So that shows you how the timer would keep you from entering a trade. Now I want to add my current bar trail. So when I added my current bar trail, it instantly came right on the chart. Current bar, remember, we had set for 6 cents above it, and then we have a profit target down here. Now you can move our profit targets. Say you wanted to work into this old low and you want to get out before you get there. That's how you can adjust it, and it'll stay where you move it. Now if you move this back up, it will move itself back down. You're accustomed to that with NinjaTrader, but I'm going to show you something we can do here now midstream. I'm going to go to a 2-bar trail, turn the 1-bar trail back off, and now as it continues down, this stop is not going to move. It's going to start following 2 bars back. Should continue down in a moment. Hopefully I got it going as fast as it'll move. Seems like it's taking forever, but it's moving down. You can see the profit going up toward 35 cents into the trade now on our 100 shares. I wanted to make that next bar so you can see it not moving. The stop is what we're demonstrating right here at the moment. New bar, and it didn't move the stop. it might have adjusted it slightly to what it was supposed to be because I had manually moved it up there. Now watch what I can do. I can say current bar trail. It moved it tighter. Now the current bar trail will override the other one and it'll keep following the current bar. You can turn the other one off or leave both on. It doesn't matter. It's going to go with the shorter one. So as it makes the next bar, you'll see it tighten that stop up again. Now I'm going to do something even different. We're going to turn both the trails off and turn on the stop. Now that I've switched over to a stop, it's not going to trail at all. So as it continues down, it's just going to stay where it was. I'm going to move the stop down, the exit a little bit further because I want to make sure we get to see a couple of more bars here. Now you see it didn't move. Watch it make the next bar. It's not going to move again because it's no longer trailing. It's now a hard stop. I'm going to let it make one more bar for you. Now I want to tighten it up again. I go to a current trail, it moves it down immediately. I can click it off again and it'll maintain a hard stop again at that level, or I can let it keep trailing. So I'm going to let it keep trailing. I'm going to move our exit order up here, and these are OCO orders, so as soon as it takes it out, it'll cancel the other order. And I usually like to exit into a significant point, because if you will take your position and exit into a target, you will retain about 30% of your profit. I'm going to reverse this trend, get it to start turning around. Now I'm not going to wait on it. You can see now I've had the long trail on the whole time enabled. This little green line has been following us down this trade. As this sold off all the way, this green bar was continuing down, and had it made a rapid reversal, it would have, at that point in time, stopped us out on our stop, and then when it got to this level, it would have taken us long. You don't have to have both on. You can have both on if you want to. If you're moving into an inflection point like the close, and you say, hey, if it bounces here, I want to go long, you just go ahead and set your long trail. It'll be right above your trailing stop if you're trailing 2 bars, be a little further above if you're trailing 1 bar, and it'll immediately take you in the trade. Now, if we wait on this to come all the way back up, it's going to take us in the trade. I'm going to show you that you can manually take an order. So I'm just going to buy market here. And as soon as I made that manual entry, our bar chart trader assumed the position and sent the proper stop and profit target out that we have set. And I can slide this again wherever I want to move it, and it doesn't move around. So we're going to let it move up for a moment, and I'm going to tighten up the stop. It's going to tighten itself on the current bar trail. I've only got a couple of minutes to finish this. You can only run the simulated data feed during regular market hours, and we're very close to running out of regular market hours. I'll let you see the next move up. Now also, I'm just going to go ahead and show you something right here. You don't have to see it because you know it's going to move up. You've seen it coming down. It's on the current bar trail. Now, if I move this up, it'll stay there. It won't drop back down. A lot of other functionality, and it adjusted itself when the new bar opened. So that's something else you can do. If you move it away, it'll move itself back up. But if you slide it up tighter, it'll stay there. A lot of functionality with NinjaTrader and other products will actually put it back where it was supposed to be, which is 6 cents below the low of this candle. But in the way we designed it, if you adjust it, it stays where you put it. Now I'm going to close this position just so I can make another entry and show you what happens. You can see it took another entry because we had the long on, so it immediately put us right back in a trade. Now I close the next position out, didn't have the long on enabled, and it didn't put us back in. Remember, I had this long enabled and I took a manual entry. The long was still enabled. So as soon as I closed the position out, as long as the criteria for a long entry was available, it took you long again. So you have to make sure you're paying attention to your button and you turn it off or on. Now see, when I turn it on right here, it puts the entry up there. I'm going to do something different. I went in and enabled the, I'm going to turn it on 2-bar trail. I'm going to go market order. I'm going to go in so you can see what happens. Again, it took you right in, got your trail. You can tighten it up. You can turn it back, go back to a 2-bar trail again. Try to do it once again before we run out of time. I think we just ran out of time. Okay, we didn't. We're about to run out of time. 4 o'clock, it won't no longer simulate. I wanted you to see that I took a 300 position. I turned the scale out on for 200 shares. So immediately sent these to the position. We got a trail, we got our stop back here, trail and stop on the full position of 300 shares. We've got an exit order up here to take out, and you can adjust these and they will not move themselves. So many times with your ATM strategies with NinjaTrader, you adjust the trade, it makes a tick and it'll move itself back up to where it's supposed to be. We designed this so you can adjust your scales. It's nothing worse than having a entry, and it's 4 o'clock now, so it's not going to continue to work. Nothing worse than having an entry price and you got your scale out orders, and let's say you were down here and you were coming up into yesterday's open and your scale out order was right here, and you're like, wait a minute, I want to scale this out not 5 cents above today's open. I want to scale it out 5 cents below today's open, because in case it makes a jerk back, I want to be part of my position off. You can adjust that to where it needs to be, and it's not going to move. Then on the other hand, if you've got a scale out that's right here above yesterday's high and you want to move it back down below this morning high, you can do the same thing. Bring the next scale out down to an appropriate level that you want to scale out prior to getting there. Many times those high frequency trading computers will front run that high, and they'll reverse it before it gets there on you. So I like to exit into the area, not the exact area. So with the way we design this, you can adjust your scale outs, you can adjust your profit target, you can adjust your stop, you can move your trail and stop. It's running a 2-bar trail up tighter. It won't move, it'll stay where you put it. As it progresses, it will resume the 2-bar trail. But if you want to manually tighten it up, which I do that a lot if I'm running into this high, but I've already tested it maybe here and here, and even this high, and I think, hey, it's going to break through this time because I'm looking at some other momentum indicators, and I don't want, I don't have an exit up here, but I want to tighten up my stop in case it reverses again. Or maybe I'm running into this trend line, which this was drawn by that bar, but maybe right here you're running into the trend line and you want to tighten up your stop, but you really don't want to get out. You want to try to stay in the trade if possible, because you got hopes that it's going to go higher. You can take that manual adjustment of this trailing bar, slide it up really tight. If it don't stop you out and continues on, then it'll resume where it was. This is a masterfully designed product. We've worked on it for several months to get it to where it is. It'll work on multiple bar types. You get our bar with the chart trader. You can use Renko bars, you can use Heikin-Nashis. I tested it on several different kind of bars, the way the settings are set up, and you can use several different kind of bars. There's a few of them, of course, you can't use a range bar. It's a little weird on that. The Kagi bar does not work properly, but the Renko is really good. Heikin-Nashi works very good. Point and figure and line break charts even work with it. And I'm sure some of those other Renko products out there, like a Uni Renko and some of those others I've seen, probably work with it too. I don't have them on my computer to test it by. We have a lot of other indicators in our charting package. We have pre-built alerts, and you can take a pre-built alert with NinjaTrader and you could automatically trade it. Now, I wouldn't want to load up a 30 symbols in an auto trading strategy that's going to create an alert on a reversal position and put you in a bunch of trades. You need to hand select the chart you're looking at. Hey, I like this. If it reverses right here, I want to be in it. You can set it on your chart with your chart trader. You can load it in an automatic alert that if it does reverse, that it will take you long. And then with the new ability to apply an ATM strategy to that alert, then you can have a different ATM protection come out with that entry. You can go to your chart then and close that ATM strategy that's attached to it out, and ours will assume your position. You can start controlling it with the bar chart trader and managing your trade. There's nothing worse than getting out too soon, and that's the most thing I hear traders tell me is, oh, I get out too soon. I get out too soon. This is a very smooth bar we have. I searched long and hard and I found what I wanted to put in our package, and you can see coming down there are no wicks on these bars. Sometimes there are, but not enough of a wick to create the reversal doji that sends it back the other way or sends it into something like this. It got the reversal doji. It didn't create a reversal candle. Now, if you'd have had a trailing stop set right here, this would have took you short, then stopped you right back out on this particular little pattern right here. That's why you really want to trade inflection points. If you wanted to re-enter this trade, or you were not in it even yet, and right at this spot where this consolidation took place and gave you the wiki bars as they move around, you can use our long order stable longs, what we call it. It will not put you in a trade from this point until this bar opens first, and then the next bar has to open. When it opens a bar and it looks back and there's no wick on the bottom of the prior bar, it will instigate what we call the stable long. If this bar here ended up putting a wick on it as it jerked around, then when this one opened, it won't take you long. It'll wait another bar. That's a little feature we have. You can change it. You can do the 3-bar trail like we had set here, following it down, or you could right here say stable long, and on the next bar open, it'll take you long. You can do it by market order, of course. You can sell, enter. All of our stuff is OCO. It's going to cancel even if you manually override. That's another thing. With a NinjaTrader strategy, actual a real strategy that you apply to charts or multiple charts, you cannot mess with the exit plans. You try to move them around, they move themselves back. You close out a position, the strategy don't know you closed out of it, and then it leaves those orders out there and you get a reversal and you end up going short instead of not being in a position at all. So with ours, you can control it, you can manually exit, you can manually enter, and this will acquire your positions. if you used an alert to enter a position, it would, if you had a chart open with your symbol on it and you put the symbol in the alert scanner and said if it does X number of things with any indicators you want to use, including ours or your own personal, I want to go long, and it'll send out a market order and put you long. And then if you have our chart open and you have the trail already pre-selected or the stop, it will send the stop and already be attached and ready to manage your order for you. You could walk away and come back and be in your trade, and it being managed while you're gone, or you step away and all of a sudden you've been short this for a long time. It's sat here in one spot for 35 minutes, and then suddenly it goes way down. You had your stop up here and you went to fix you some lunch, and you come back and the stock's way back up here. You could have made $1.50 and you didn't make anything. Your trailing stop managed your trade. When it came down here, it reversed right back here and took you out. It's a great hands-off management. Once you got it set where you want it, you can walk away for a few minutes. This is one of our proprietary indicators. I actually trade off this sometime. If I get the force, you can see right here when it started down, this didn't go red. I have alerts that will tell you that you're getting a reversal candle and you're getting the force all the way to the bottom. So when this gave that alert, you could actually manually take a trade there. And then look at this huge amount of volume compared to the other bars. This was when it was live. Remember, we started simulating right about here where the volume went to nothing. This was a huge volume spike on this reversal bar. Great time to short that. And that was at 320 or 340 actually. Real late day trade. Now how far down it went, I don't know, because we entered right here and we manually pushed it on down. You get reversals. You really can't see how much volume was back here because of these spikes. We have a lot of good indicators, a lot of ways you can manage your own trades. Don't wait on other people to tell you when to trade. Learn how to trade. And this is a great management tool. Now, if you don't have NinjaTrader as a licensed copy that will then be connected to your brokerage and make the trades automatically off our charts, you can still use NinjaTrader for free. You set it up to take a trade in a simulated account. This is the window you get open. You have your positions, and when it fills a position, it'll show you the symbol name, the quantity that you had set up in your simulator, the price it took the trade at. Then you can go to the chart, your other charts other than just this one, and look and decide, hey, I want to be in this. And you know if it hasn't moved very far away from the entry price, and sometimes it's even dropped back a cent or two and it's still there where it was. And you're able to get in that trade and use this as your alert system. And you can also still adjust your stops on Ninja and see where you want to move them to manually at your brokerage. So it can be used a lot of ways, even if you don't have the Ninja account. Once you are real familiar with it and comfortable with it, and you decide you want to start live trading with it, because some of these fast moving stocks you can't react fast enough, or if you're a futures trader, you know you can't react fast enough, especially here in the last week or two. Thanks for watching our video. We have more videos with a lot more details. I'm going to do a lot longer video with a lot of more simulation of the exits and so forth that really gets into the using this in a lot more in depth. Thanks for watching our video. Go to our website, activetradersetups.com. We have a lot of things we teach in our charting package, and we do require you sign up for 4 months to give you time to learn about everything before you make your decision if you want to stay with us or not. If you're not happy, there's no contract and you're done. If you want to stay with us, it's $85 a month. Thanks for watching. See you with a new video very soon. So to find out more, activetradersetups.com, you can find out a lot more about our whole charting package over there. This is a chart, same candles we were just looking at. This is CI. Trailed down the order. When it made the reversal, it took us long in the trade, 165.80, and we were trailing tight, one bar back. and you can see the wick came in this bar. It stopped us out at 166.62, which was about a 80-cent gain. We re-entered the trade 30 cents higher, 166.99, ran the rest of this up, and then we got really tight up here on our stop deliberately because we were running into some resistance, and it stopped us out. It didn't even have to make the wick all the way down here because we had it tight. It stopped us out at 167.77, so we pulled 78 cents out of that trade. So that's two trades there at about 80 cents a piece. Then we took the reversal. We had our trailing when it reversed here back down at 167.81, and we stopped out over here, remember, so it went up a couple of more bars. As it reversed, it looked back here. This is where we had it set to. When it cleared the low of this bar, we knew it's going to close this bar and create the next one, and that's, we don't want to get in before then. I don't care about this 50 cents up here because it may do just this, chop around and continue on for $2 more. I don't want to short this. I don't have to short at the top. I just want a piece of pie in the middle. But this took us back short, 167.81, trailed down perfectly. You can see there were no wicks, so we're not getting stopped out. And then we had a wick here, but it doesn't exceed the top of this bar. If we were trailing 2 bars back, we'd have been up here. But even trailing 1 bar back, it didn't stop us out. It continued on down, and then here it did reach up above that bar, and it stopped us out. So again, we had another 80-cent trade. So that's from 1 o'clock was the time here till 3 o'clock-ish. We picked up $1.60, and then we picked up another 80. That's $2.40 off of one trade, off of one stock late in the afternoon. So you can manage your trades with this. It's a great tool going forward. So what we call those trades when you take those reversals is a semi-automatic trade reversal. You chose to take the long trail, and when it did reverse, you went in. That's why it's semi-automatic, because you're the one that's turning it on. So head over to activetradersetups.com to find out more about our charting package. You can also find that at daytradersetups.com. And then our YouTube channel you're watching on now is Day Trader Setups, and there'll be a lot more videos about this coming out very shortly. Be sure to check us out, and thanks for your time.